and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you for tuning in to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. You know I love a local connection to big entertainment stories. And tomorrow, the premiere of Survivor 50 on CBS and Paramount Plus. There is one Wisconsin woman who has been on the reality show 3 times. It is absolutely my pleasure to roll out the red carpet for Survivor alumnus, Andrea Belke.
Hello.
And you're a multimedia, you're one of those multi-hyphenate talents, because we also see you on TMG4's The Morning Blend. Mm-hmm. Where else will people recognize you from, Andrea?
I also host Discover Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then I produce and host a podcast for Discover Wisconsin called The Cabin. And so I talk all things Wisconsin. I know everything now. Best places for different types of food, best day trips. I mean, I'm fully in.
I'm so glad to officially meet you because we have mutual friends. And then when Survivor 50, when all the buzz starts coming, because it debuts next week or 2 weeks?
Yeah, next week, the 25th.
Good Lord. And for 50 seasons. So we're going to dig into Survivor 50 because of your particular experience being on the show for 3 seasons. But it is a joy to meet you. And like you just said, born and bred in Wisconsin as well. And now have a job covering all of the other aspects. What's one of the things that has surprised you in all of your Discover Wisconsin and The Cabin podcasting? Like, what are you like, I cannot believe I never knew this about Wisconsin.
Okay, I have some good ones, right? The hamburger was invented here in Seymour, Wisconsin. Did you know that?
No.
I mean, look, it's hard to say with some of these because it happened in the 1800s of whether or not somebody else smashed a meatball. But Charlie Negreen invented the hamburger. The blender was invented here. The modern snowmobile was invented in Sainer, Wisconsin. There's a lot of random inventions from Wisconsin.
And all of that knowledge in your head, that will come in handy. You're the kind of person I think...
Will it?
Yes.
It goes in handy on my podcast when people are saying what was invented in Wisconsin, but I'm not sure how much just out and about in the streets, but you know.
If we're in Trivia League, I want you on there.
Yes.
I want you on there. So what was your Survivor experience like? How do you characterize it in one word?
In one word, just shocking, I think. I auditioned for it when I was in college at Stevens Point. I was a theater major, and I remember I didn't get in the show I wanted to be in this play. And my mom said, why don't you audition for Survivor? My mom and dad had both auditioned, sent in tapes. They didn't get on the show. So just to appease my mom, I made an audition tape on the farm. And I leaned so hard into farm girl. So I was like on my horse and in a bikini in the snow because, you know, you're on an island. So I did the whole like, get me out of here, you know, Survivor. I want to be on an island. It's so cold here. And it worked. And then I got on the show and then I never knew. I mean, the fact that I got to do it 3 times is incredible. And I think what's really surprising is it's very real. I mean, you're starving out there. You're dirty. I brought a couple show and tell items.
Ooh.
So this is a buff that has not been worn, right? See it? Squeaky clean. Our audio listeners won't be able to just imagine.
We have the WTMJ YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
If you text the word watch.
Squeaky clean.
To the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Text the word watch and you can see official buffs from Survivor. So a buff is what I always thought was just a bandana.
It kind of is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the official word for it. So you brought up before and,
then can you
after.
See, yeah, you can kind of see the difference, right? I can feel the difference because I can feel this is what I wore on the island. And this would have been on which season? Game Changers. My other ones are even dirtier. But yeah, this
was Game Changers your first one?
No, that was my third one.
Third one, okay.
Yeah, but this one you can tell it's dirty. It smells like sweat and campfire.
You haven't washed it at all. That is just preserved.
No.
You should maybe put that in a plastic bag.
Yes, I've been having
somebody might get some DNA off you.
all over. It's been like,
but hold
fine.
that up again.
It's memories.
That is a hilarious size. I'm sure it has elastic in it, but that's just a laughable size. It's like a do-rag, you know. It's something you put on your head, but you wound up wearing it
there's different ways
as a
you
tube
can wear
top.
it. You can wear it on your head, but then you sometimes wear it around your waist. And as I hold it up, that's kind of surprising because it is so small.
Yeah.
But you do lose weight out there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and soon this is fitting kind of good out there.
How many days in a row did you wear this buff?
Every day for over 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've spent, 100 days?
Over 100 days out on playing the 3 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like you should get it with Olympics happening. I feel like you should get some sort of a medal for that. Is there
You'd think, or some residuals or something, CBS?
No, I'm going to tell you, I remember being at an airport a long time ago, picking up a USA Today, and reading this article saying CBS is starting a reality show. You can audition, but you have to go out to California. Like, it was all on your dime. So when you auditioned, once you send in your tape, did they like say, okay, now you can come out for the second interview and that's all on you?
No, they
okay,
flew
good.
me.
Because I just felt like that was a lot to ask of people, like even for $1 million to have people take their own initiative that way. That is so cool that you got to be part of this for 3 seasons. My dad would have been over the moon when I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
What question do you get most from Survivor fans?
I think people always ask me how Jeff is. He's the host.
Jeff Probst.
Yeah. And he's great. Yeah. I mean, he's awesome. Or they'll ask me, is it real? And it honestly, besides the fact that there are cameras around you, it is so real. There's other reality shows out there. They will kind of implant drama. But Survivor, I mean, you're starving. You're with all these crazy characters. You're trying to win $1 million. You don't have any sleep. You have rats running across you at night. They don't have to really create any drama.
And I feel like so many of the other shows, like the Bravo shows, there's a lot of alcohol involved to like create that drama. It's like that's not happening here. It really is strategy and conniving and crafting and being devious.
And there were days that we didn't eat for, maybe 2 or 3 days in a row where you actually didn't eat. So I always tell people when they think it's not real, I'm like, okay, go 2 full days without eating and then be with like your aunt or uncle that you don't like. And then also throw in like tons of money.
That's what I say. And I
a
on the
challenge.
price.
And then you also don't sleep at all. So you don't even have to create any drama. It's just going to happen.
Well, you are a bright light. You're a ray of sunshine when you're eating and reminiscing. So I'm glad I'm getting this version of Andrea Belke.
Yeah.
She is with me here live in the WTMJ studio. We're going to talk Survivor 50. Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
Planet Fitness has everything you need anytime the motivation hits, so you can give everything you've got. With most clubs open 24 hours, you've got access to our best-in-class equipment to tackle early morning reps, late-night miles, and every workout in between. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends February 27th. You ready? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
WTMJ throwing strikes for a cause. You are invited to Bowling for Babies, Saturday, March 7th, Village Bowl in Menominee Falls, raising funds for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. What you get to do, put together a team of 4. Get your best buds. Hit the lanes. Registration is $170 per team. All proceeds and fees benefit the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. If you want in, text the word baby to the WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620. Sign up. Bowling for Babies. Let's bowl and help families who need it.
When snowstorms hit and the roads turn slick.
These slick roads are pretty brutal.
When school closings start rolling in and traffic slows to a crawl.
The snowfall closing schools in Kenosha.
We've got the latest updates on forecasts and everything else you need to know during severe winter weather. Find Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and online at WTMJ.com or on the WTMJ mobile app. Stay safe. Stay informed with WTMJ. You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am Sandy Maxx, joined in the studio by Survivor of Survivor. 3 different seasons. Andrea Belke is in the studio with me to talk about Survivor 50 and what you have planned around it. So how did you first find out about Survivor 50?
Well, we all knew it was coming and it was going to be this big monumental season with returnees. Because you can kind of guess when it's season 40 or 50, they're going to do returnees. I did get a call from CBS asking if I was interested, but then I'm sure they called a bunch of people and I didn't really make it past that first call. And that's actually what people ask me a lot. They're like, wow, are you bummed about not being on season 50? And honestly, I love my peace. I love my non-anxiety ridden life. Like when you're on the show, yes, it's so cool, but it's tough to watch yourself on TV, to do it again, physically and mentally, emotionally. It's really depleting. So, yeah.
And you've been a Survivor contestant 3 times, so you know what it entails.
Yeah, so does part of me want to play again? Absolutely. It's so hard to turn that down. But I just know for my sanity, it's probably best that I'm just doing all the other things in my life that I have going on.
Did not showering that long make you crazy?
No, that was the easiest part. I'm not a big showerer. That was not a big deal because I grew up on a farm. And so I feel like we were always just like in the barns and smelled. And I don't know, that wasn't hard. The not eating was the hardest, the not sleeping.
Yeah.
And then also just the paranoia because it's a strategy game and a social game. So you don't know who's lying to you and who's trying to backstab you and vote you out the next.
I wouldn't miss that.
Yeah, because you come back and you think everyone's just lying to you.
Oh.
And there's a lot of, honestly, there's a lot of parallels sometimes in, work culture and survivor culture and how you kind of use people to get what you want. I mean, the manipulation. So you kind of see the world through that lens for a little bit when you come back.
That was the impression I got the very first time I watched Survivor. I'm like, I deal with office politics all the time. This is just, it amped up.
Some people can't watch the show for that reason. They're like, I just don't get it. They're all lying to each other. And it's like, yeah, that's the game. I mean, I'm not like that in my real life. It's like kind of fun in a way because you can kind of flex those skills and go, oh, wow, if I was a manipulative person, I'd be good at it. But I only do that in Survivor.
You mentioned you went to theater and then we're going to get into Survivor 50, but you were studying theater in Stevens Point. How do you think your acting skills really were of use during the Survivor game?
Oh, definitely useful because, yeah, I can convince somebody of anything.
I would even think that the warm-ups, like the breathing exercises that you do and imagining that you're a carrot or these other things, like that could be helpful for your mental health.
And even watching body language too, or knowing, this is how this person usually talks with me and they're connecting. And then you can notice when someone's a little shifty or looking off. You're very in tune. And when you're acting, you're really in tune with your scene partner and you're so engaged and you're noticing those little things. So a lot of that was really helpful.
And now you've got to give everybody your personal invitation to the watch party and concert happening Wednesday, March 11th at Falcon Bowl.
Yes. Have you been to Falcon Bowl?
It's epic.
Yeah.
It's legendary. And it's the right grit for this.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a watch party on a big screen. Tell us about the guests and the concert.
Yeah. So this is not just an average watch party. We have a couple legends coming to town March 11th. So it'll be like episode 3 of season 50. But we have Coach. He's like one of the most known Survivor players. I know you're not a huge Survivor person, but like Survivor players know Coach. He's a character. So he's coming in. Jerry Manthe was the original villain on Survivor season 2. She's played a few times. And it's going to be a watch party and Coach is
That's an OG.
Yeah. Coach is going to be watching himself on season 50 and he doesn't do watch parties. So we convinced him he's going to do this watch party. And then he and this guy, Ben Katzman, who was on a few seasons ago, they're doing a full rock concert.
That's what I think is fantastic. Just like you have acting in your background, there's these creative souls who are going to do. What kind of music should we expect from Ben Katzman and Coach?
Full rock.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rock concert with a full band. And then DJ Jerry Manthe is going to have a whole dance party right after that. It's going to be so epic. And
it's at the right place. It's at the Falcon Bowl. It's just with pizza and beer and just fun.
It will probably sell out. We only have like a quarter of the tickets left. These parties, I did one last year. It was a blast. Everyone has such a good time. So I would get your tickets now. You can go to my Instagram. It's in the bio. So at Andrea Belke. My last name's hard to spell. Good luck. But BOEHLKE. Just for do Andrea Survivor Instagram.
Andrea Belke, thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to our next time. This has been a really good time, and now I know I can tap you for good Wisconsin trivia as well. Survivor 50 Watch Party and Concert, hosted by Andrea Belke, Wednesday, March 11th. Have a great Survivor 50 season. Enjoy.
Thank you.
What a fun visit with Andrea, and you can always catch up on the podcast at WTMJ.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Look for What's on Tap. WTMJ Survivor, a reality show, also the name of a band. Hear one of their biggest hits of the 80s as the song you need to hear next on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org.
A Friday Lenten fish fry is a family tradition, but don't wait until Friday. The Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford serves their Lent fish fry every Wednesday and Friday. WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Lent Wednesday and Friday haddock fish fry is all you can eat $8.99. You'll pay at least twice that at other restaurants. Kids and grandkids under 5 eat free Sunday through Thursday from that great kids menu. That's right, free. You can build your own big burger. How about a delicious chicken sandwich today, under $10? Desserts are buy one, get one free, and I love their desserts. There's no restaurant inflation at the Mine Shaft. Don't cook today. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat Wednesday Lent fish fry for $8.99. Cocktails, beer, appetizers, half price Monday through Thursday from 2 till 5 at the bar only. The Mine Shaft Restaurant in downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh near EAA. Walk on in today for your Wednesday all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry, $8.99. Service begins at 10:30. Dine early.
This summer, don't just work, log off, and become the guy behind the adventure. More laughs, less scrolling. Do summer different at Peak Initiative. We're hiring camp counselors, leaders, swim instructors, and more for our day camp in Milwaukee and over camp in Boscobel, Wisconsin. Earn $650 a week starting pay, plus housing and meals at Lake Valley Camp. Make memories, make an impact. Make this summer count. Apply today at peakinitiative.org/join our team. The Peak Initiative. Do summer different.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life.
At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work.
Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation.
Search AXIS Legal today.
With Pella, you get so much more than stunning windows and doors. You get the Pella experience. Pella manufactures, sells, installs, and services every product. And with a 10-year labor warranty, your windows and doors are worry-free for years to come. If something goes wrong, we're here to handle it because you work with the same team from start to finish.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 48 months.
Visit PellaWI.com today.
If you missed this,
the Cubs picked by most experts to win the division again. Is this motivation for the Brewers, or is that overhyped?
I think it's status quo. There's no reason to think the Brewers wouldn't be the favorites. Now, granted, on paper, the Cubs had a better offseason by adding Alex Bregman. At the same time, weren't we saying this exact sentence last year when they signed Kyle Tucker and they made a couple of trades and they made some signings? Like, that's why the game is played on the field.
Catch up on the Wisconsin's Afternoon News podcast at WTMJ.com. Presented by Dave Drakamp Heating.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
Kind of TV history. Survivor 50 premieres tomorrow. 50 seasons. The first episode aired in the year 2000. It's a whole lot of torches snuffed out, alliances broken, a lot of those immunity idols coveted. We just spent time with Wisconsin's own 3-time Survivor contestant Andrea Belke, who reminded us the game is not staged, it is not scripted, it is definitely not easy, starving, sleep-deprived. Those physical challenges, it takes grit. And what else does it take to win that $1 million? Lots of strategy and getting your game face on with the Eye of the Tiger. The band Survivor, their #1 hit for 6 straight weeks in 1982, and the theme for the Rocky III movie. Eye of the Tiger, the song you need to hear on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
Hey, sports fans! Looking for the best place to buy or sell your game tickets? Then call off the search and head to StubHub. StubHub has been the leading ticket marketplace